Should your life imitate art? It should, if that art is Adventures in Odyssey. When you've listened to AAO pretty much all of your life like I have, it certainly becomes a part of you. So many stories about everyday things that kids deal with have always been a part of the show. So it should come as no surprise that the many episodes I've listened to have helped shape my life. Probably the most outstanding memory I have of that happening was when I was about 7 or 8 years old. One day at school I got in a fight with another boy. Looking back on it, it was over something really stupid. I felt kinda bad about it after it happened. I was ashamed that it happened, and I was nervous about my dad finding out about it. What made matters worse was that my dad was the principal of the academy I attended. So, if he found out, I'd be getting in trouble with the principal and my dad all at once. After school let out, I went to a friend's house to wait for my dad to come pick me up and take me home. While there, someone played a tape with the episode Let This Mind Be in You on it. I can't remember if I heard that episode before that day or not. For those who've never heard it, and for those that haven't heard it in a while, here's where my life started to mimic Odyssey.
Well, I got in trouble at school today because of something I didn't do.
Really?
Yeah. Pete Bowman said I took a ruler out of his desk, and I didn't. And he tried to say my ruler was his, and he started pushing me around. So I pushed him back, and the teacher thought we were fighting and sent us to the principal.
So what's the problem?
Well, I don't know if I should tell my mom and dad about it. I mean, the whole thing was really stupid, and if I tell Mom and Dad, they'll just get mad at me for pushing Pete back, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it is an interesting problem.
That sounded like Mr. Whitaker.
I don't think he should tell Mom and Dad. I mean, it's not fair for him to get in trouble twice for something that really wasn't his fault. It's no big deal.
Well, what do you think you should do, Jimmy?
I give up. I don't want to get in any more trouble, but I kind of got this feeling I should tell. What would you do, Mr. Whitaker? Connie?
Well, I think, since you already got in trouble with the principal, and the principal didn't call your parents, and the principal didn't say you had to tell them, then you don't have to tell your parents. It would only upset them for no reason. You feel bad about it, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess that's enough. Don't worry about telling your parents. Like Donna said, it's no big deal. They probably wouldn't care much anyway.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, forget about it. Let bygones be bygones, as they say.
I don't know what a bygone is.
Neither do I. Well, it's just an expression.
Oh, okay. Then I won't tell my parents. Thanks, Connie. I feel a lot better now.
Good.
Sounds a lot like my predicament, huh? I did know that Connie had given Jimmy bad advice, and that I was wrong for not telling my dad about the fight. Then, this happened.
Well, I found out this morning from Pete Bowman's parents that Jimmy got in a pushing match at school yesterday. And as best as I can figure, you advised him that he not tell his mother and me.
Well, he already got in trouble once with the principal, and I didn't think it would make a big difference.
Well, maybe it doesn't make a big difference to some people, but it does to me. See, I'm trying to maintain a relationship with my son, a relationship of trust. You know, we had a little incident like this a few weeks ago.
I didn't know.
Well, against my instructions, he blew his savings on video games, but, well, that's another story. The point is, I want to be able to trust my son, and I want my son to trust me. Trust me enough to tell me about things that happened to him at school, regardless of whether I might punish him or not. If he doesn't feel like he can do that, then we're in big trouble. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do, and I'm really sorry. I didn't think it would do any harm.
Well, anytime you make kids feel like they don't need to talk to their parents, or should keep something from them, harm is done.
After hearing all that, my conscience was really talking to me. And no, it didn't sound like Mr. Whitaker. I decided to tell my dad about it, rather than him find out about it later from someone else. So, after he picked me up, I told him all about it. I'm sure he was disappointed that I got in the fight, but he was glad that I told him about it. He told me I needed to make it right, which I did the next day when I apologized to the boy. It certainly made me feel a lot better. Would I have done all those things if I hadn't heard that episode? Maybe, but it's possible I would have gotten in more trouble if my dad found out about it later and I hadn't told him. I'm just glad that God set it up for me to hear that episode so I wouldn't get in the same trouble that Jimmy did. We all know that AAO is a clean, fun show that has a lot of entertainment value, but the morals that we have engraved into our hearts are the things that we'll remember the most. That is what makes Adventures in Odyssey timeless. Well, storytime is over. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video or any of the other videos that I've made, you can subscribe to Odyssey Geek to find out when new ones are uploaded. Also, feel free to share a story about how Odyssey has impacted your life in the comments section. That's it for now. Adios, amigos.